This is going to be a part two on George Floyd protests, mistreatment from African Americans or so-called African Americans, because that is not a race, it is a corporate designation, and scriptures of brutality. So during this COVID, which they're not talking about at all, okay, with these protests, I just like to say this. Protesting is good. There's a lot of different ways to protest, but looting, okay, and rioting should not be condoned, because that does not help the problem, okay? So there's ways to be able to express your opinion without trying to provoke the police, and you will get arrested. So try to refrain from that. So there's several articles by now, and you should see some yourself on New York Times, okay, that basically talks about this incident that happened May 25th. There's been several myriad of incidents that happened during the month of May, and I'll get into that because let's just face it, okay, if you study the pagan system, okay, a lot of the from the powers that be, okay, many sacrifices happen, and these people are handpicked to die. And I'm just going to just tell you straight up, okay, that these people are not, this is not random, okay, and George Floyd being one of them. Now, absolutely, okay, the way that this guy died, okay, was wrong, all right, and there's justice that's going to be brought to these police officers that mistreated this man. Okay, and there was a lot of allegations that he was a criminal and he did this and did that. He never resisted arrest. Okay, something about a counterfeit bill. Okay, so, and because of that, I know that the police department, okay, or the city of Minneapolis want to disband the police, and this is a result of people making their voice be heard. Okay, there's a lot of good protesters out there. Many of them have the faith in the Most High and so forth. So again, this is a result of being able to make a positive voice. Okay, to take apart that police department and put it back together for the way that it needs to be. Excuse me. Okay. I'm just going to play this little clip, okay? This is another similar incident in Sarasota, Florida, of a police officer putting his knee in a man's neck.
You got your knee on my man's neck, man. On his neck, bro. I got you. I got you on his neck, bro. I got you on my man's neck. Sir. Sir. Man. It took 3 of y'all to take him down after you had him cuffed, yo. What kind of my guy? He was already cuffed. Then 3 of y'all took him down. For real? For real? For real? He was chilling with me, bro. He just came home, man. He just came home. All right, give me up. He just came home, bro. He was just chilling with me. He just came to the house, bro. He just came to the house. Wow. Yo, that's crazy as fuck. Hey. Why y'all doing this for real? This man was just stopping by. He just wished my mother, her birthday was yesterday, bro. He came by to hit me up. Came to the house, then he called me, hey, cuz, swing by. I want to get my cousin my wallet, sir. It's still in my pocket, right, sir? Exactly. I'm not trying to hide that, though, sir. Come on, man. God, man, you detaining me for nothing. This girl can be hit right. That's what I'm saying. He had his knee in my man's neck for the long. I ain't doing it. I'm an innocent man. Don't you? Nah, but I see.
Okay. Now, there's a young lady right here in Toronto.
What if one hot-selling
Let me stop this real quick.
could replace your income?
A lot going on here. Okay. Where allegedly she was pushed off a balcony from her mother. Okay. This girl, her name is Regis Paquet. Korchitsky Paquet, okay, which that's a French last name. There's many French Jamaicans that live there, and this is another alleged mistreatment case from the 24th story off a balcony. Okay, and this matter is pending. Okay. I wanted to talk about Breonna Taylor, Louisville, Kentucky, okay, where this woman, a black woman that was shot 8 times, okay, in her own home in her sleep over a break-in of the wrong police officers and her boyfriend that defended himself, okay. So the man that defended himself and he was let out, okay, he was freed, but she was killed, okay. This was a hit. No doubt. Okay. And one of my favorite references is from this man right here. His name is Alan Parr. And you could just subscribe to him from The Beat. Okay, on YouTube. He sends a lot of good stuff, okay, about police brutality. He had experience himself. I've had a few experiences myself as far as with racial profiling and so forth. This is one of my favorite guys to listen to, and he tells his story. Okay, and he just says not to treat white people unfairly, because all white people are not good. I mean, all are good or not good, and some are good. Okay, there's a few of them. Although these cops were white. Some bad apples in the bunch, but there's some of everybody that are bad apples in the police force and in politics and so forth. So this is an interesting story that you may want to talk about, that you may want to consider. I'm sorry, to listen to or to read. I'm sorry though, guys. Okay, but I'm a little cracked up by this. There's a lot going on during these uncertain times, but you have to keep the faith in the Most High. Why? Okay. Because I want to say that African Americans, okay, or the Israelite lineage are from Africa, okay, that people of color is behind in enemy lines, okay, black and brown. Now, is it fair to say that they're mistreated? Yes, absolutely. Okay, and to be honest with you, I believe that there's more white people that's being mistreated than black, okay, from their own race. I do believe that with black people there, it seems like it's more exuberant. It's something that is being souped up to be bigger than what it is. And that is because it's to my belief that many blacks are behind enemy lines. Okay, this is not RS. Okay, so the best thing is to keep the Most High first. But this is a result, okay, of not keeping the Most High from the biblical scriptures. Some of it's that, okay, and some of it's power, okay. So the man in power is the ones who's going to get the respect or whatever. And the Caucasians right now, the race is in power, okay. So as far as equality, I believe that we've came a long way, but I don't believe there's going to be 100% equality until, number one, this system falls. This credit-based system in America or throughout the world falls, number one. Number two, okay, that people of color, okay, has to get back intact with the Most High, especially the colored man. All right. So, and I believe the next thing to do is to be able to modify the woman, okay, be able to develop a culture, okay, all right, by the things I just told you about. You're able to regenerate the cultures and so forth, all right, and I believe that the so-called black man and woman has to get back to their original roles, which is basically to protect the woman from the man or whatever, and then for the woman, okay, it's okay for her to work or whatever, but her main focus is the home and the children, and support her husband, okay. For many men, I believe that we have to start developing our crafts, okay, so we could have our own businesses, okay, and to be able to do our best to avoid situations like this or to diffuse it, okay. Stuff like that will happen, and sometimes you have no control over it, okay. But this is the way that we able to get the respect that we once have or whatever. I mean, are many people doing this? Absolutely, okay. But I believe there's still a long way to go, and we can't really, or people cannot really depend on this government too much, okay, to help out. Sometimes we have to police after ourselves, okay, and be better people. And that being said, that I believe that this transformation, okay, part of it is is the curse of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Okay, so that's why I say this is important to read the scriptures, where it does say what would happen to Israelites, okay, and many tribes of that region, whatever, for not keep the Most High first, idolizing money, several gods or whatever, okay, and not doing, okay, following commandments, okay, that as a result of that, many of the people in the old world, okay, were dispersed in many other parts of the land where they're not respected, okay. And in Deuteronomy, they talk about the blessings and the curses, okay. You either the head or the tail, and they speak on the Israelites making heavy burden, okay, on the rest of the world for not keeping the Most High. And I believe that this is what's going on, okay, in America, where God is pretty much is eradicating the ones that are not keep the Most High first, okay. But this is some of everybody, okay, that does not keep the Most High first. You see what's going on with a lot of the preachers or whatever with COVID, that's just being taken away. Okay, so this is very, very important to read the curses of Deuteronomy and look at the way the Israelites were treated brutally from the Egyptians, as well as being sent to Babylon for not obeying the Most High, but they kept the faith, but God loved them so much or whatever that He had forgiven them, okay. But He's not going to keep forgiving people who do not try to help themselves. So read this if you get a chance, okay, whoever's listening. Live in, you have to keep the Most High first. So that being said, okay, I'm just going to read two scriptures, Galatians 5:19-21. Now the works of the flesh are evident: sexual immorality, impurity, sensuality, idolatry, sorcery, enmity, strife, jealousy, fits of anger, rivalries, dissensions, division, envy, drunkenness, orgies, and things like these. I warn you, as I warned you before, that those who do such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. Okay, and I'm not going to say all, okay, but I do it for many people, okay, that's being taken away from this earth, okay, especially people of color. All right, this is a result, okay, for not keeping the Most High first. In some cases like this, but when it's your time, it's your time. Either He's by your side or He's not. In Isaiah 3:9, for the look on their faces bears witness against them. They proclaim their sin like Sodom. They do not hide it. Woe for them, okay, for they have brought evil on themselves. Okay, so yes, again, if it's your time, you're put in a better place. But as these times go on, and it's going to get worse, all right, then God will deal with the ones that are not keeping Him first, and they are committing, I'm trying to think, transgressions like this. So keep that in mind. All right. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe, okay, like and share. My deepest condolences to these people that passed away, and stay tuned for the next video.